Hey, people, we are back here. Oh, man. We got an ignoramus and stuff. I mean, every day, this fool is playing. He's got the new Canadian prime minister in his office, and he, and I don't know what this guy Carney and stuff thinks that he can get done with this stupid mother that he is sitting there playing with, but he's sitting there with him in his usual spot where he puts Zelensky, and they got him like he was being interrogated and stuff, and the Canadian Prime Minister is allowing him to kind of beat him over the damn head about this 51st state shit that he already told his people that he ain't going to get involved in. So I don't know how he's going to ease himself out of the White House and not be embarrassed and stuff by what the heck he's doing and what his countrymen going to say about him after he gets back to Canada, which I'm pretty sure as soon as he gets his ass back, he's going to have some of his Canadian province chiefs and stuff and everything calling him up and say, "Hey man, you didn't do shit like you said you would. You didn't get nothing from him, and he's still sitting down there and embarrassing us, telling us he wants us to be his 51st state, and we done told you we don't want this crap to happen." So, man. Anyway, Ted, what you got?
Well, it's a lot because we're
Highlights.
talking Hollywood, we're
Ooh,
talking student loans,
ooh,
we're talking Alcatraz.
ooh. I'm gone.
Welcome to the TED Ed Podcast, where we delve into the issues that shape our daily lives and drive our productivity. We confront topics that matter deeply to all of us, from healthcare and affirmative action to voting rights and monetary success and failure. We cover it all. And yes, we dive into the complex world of politics, exploring how our country has evolved from slavery to the 21st century. Our content is crafted with care and expertise, drawing from years of experience in these critical areas. We invite you to give the TED Ed podcast a listen. You won't be disappointed. Share your thoughts with friends and confidants, and don't forget to like, comment, and share our episodes. Your engagement helps us grow and reach more listeners. Are you passionate about these topics? Do you have unique insights to share? You could be one of our guest speakers. Drop us a line, send an email, or leave a comment. All requests will be considered. Join us on this journey of exploration and understanding. This is the TED Ed Podcast. Thank you, and enjoy the show.
Hey, people, you heard what our preview was, and here we are back here, and we're going to get into this stuff here real neat. I'm interested, Ted, in what you thinking about this. You said something here earlier about Alcatraz. What the hell do you think? Well, what's going on there, man? I thought people was looking at that thing as a joke. That was
No,
one of Trump's nightmares. He woke up, he had a nightmare and said, shit, he saw one of old Clint Eastwood's pictures of Alcatraz and everything, and Clint Wood trying to escape off the rock. And he saw the movie and everything, and I guess he woke up and said, "Shit, well, we can use Alcatraz." Man, that place has been dead for 60 years. It's probably in such bad condition. It's going to cost. We might well tear the damn thing down and rebuild something. Put in about $100 billion to get it rebuilt again.
yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, and
And,
that's the
and the
stupidest
thing is
idea.
that
Go
here's
ahead.
the thing, though, Ed. Think about it. He's attacking California with the Hollywood thing. and he type in Alcatraz. Now, what the hell is he messing with Hollywood for? I believe all of this stuff that he's doing is all about grifting. Because when people start getting scared in Hollywood, they're gonna start throwing parties for him. That's what's gonna happen. Just like everybody else, they gonna placate him too. Talking about he gonna charge tariffs if the movies are not made in America. He's grifting. And that Arkansas thing is that I think that Alcatraz thing, he wants to, in some kind of way, he wants to use that to put Americans in there. You know, the people that he don't like. I'm just saying, you know, people think that he's joking, but look at all the stuff that he's done already. I mean, crazy stuff, man, that he's done already. You know, people take it like it's a joke, but it's not a joke. This is serious stuff. Man won't even obey the Constitution, won't even obey the Supreme Court. And he turned around, shut down education. We know all the things that he's done that's ridiculous. Firing generals left and right. And they're allowing this stuff to happen. Something is wrong with this picture, Ed. Student loans. Now, they know that this student loan thing ain't nothing but a grift. And these people got all these interest charged onto their student loans. You was owing $40,000, now you owe $60,000. It's crazy. It's crazy. And then you got all of these business people showing up at the White House, despite the Canadians and all other countries and what have you. He have business people showing up, praising him. I'm telling you, man, this stuff is going. This is ridiculous. I mean, it's something more deeper than this. Something is going on that we don't know about. I don't know. It's something that we don't know about because there's no way. And Shooter sitting up there and he ain't doing nothing. They need to get rid of that man. I'm just saying, man, you know, later I want to talk about Bill Ackman.
Okay, let me give you my take on this stuff here. As soon as he said that about the tariffs and stuff on, which was a off the cuff idea that he just threw out there because that's how he is. That's the person that he is. He throws out bull crap, and I've seen people like him. They just take crap and throw it on the wall. If it sticks, it sticks. If it don't, it don't. He doesn't care. That's his modus operandi. Throw shit on the wall. If it sticks, it sticks. And then he gets people so hung up on bull crap that he throws out there that they aren't focusing and stuff on the other stuff that he is sitting around there bull crapping the country and stuff about stealing money. His thing is to take and steal money, steal as much money as he can.
Yeah,
And if he can keep you off because he ain't concerned about this country, he ain't concerned about anybody else. He's using the White House as a money thing to take money, and that's it. Nothing else. All that bull crap you talking about with this tariff stuff, he doesn't give a crap about that. He doesn't care about it. He's destroying the country, and he's letting people they concentrating on the tariffs and not having food in the stores, not having Christmas toys for their families and stuff like that. He's got them off and dealing with that mess and everything, and he's over here stealing money. He's got all these countries coming in and he's making deals and stuff with him for him and his family. If you notice that the first term that he had, all of his family members were present around him all the time. His daughter, his two stupid sons were always there saying stuff. This time period, they're not around. They're not there, nowhere near around him. They are not even involved with him because he knows that they are stealing money left and right and they are doing it and stuff undercover. And he doesn't want people to get involved with that. And he doesn't want people to focus upon what he's actually doing. So every time he turns around and he throws bull crap on the wall, he doesn't care about Alcatraz. He threw that crap on the wall and everything, that people went out there and ran with it. And he just watching them. They just running around like little rats and stuff. His attorney general, all them people, the congressmen, they run around. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Alcatraz, Alcatraz. But he keeping the people off of that spotlight of his thefts. He's stealing from this country. And when he gets enough money and he steals enough daggone money from us and everything, that he's gonna be satisfied and he's gonna be go head on. But he is allowing his family to sit out there now and he's guiding them and stuff, and they're stealing this daggone money. He's using Mar-a-Lago to steal money, keeping people off of his daggone the actual crime that's being committed in the White House. He's committing a crime in the White House, stealing. Throw this crap on the wall, people ain't gonna think about it. He keeps on doing that crap anytime. Now, what does they doing a news conference about the National Football League and them having their next National Football League draft thing and stuff in the mall there in DC. That's what the thing is about. But in that news conference and stuff, that's where he threw up that thing and stuff about the media crap and all this other stuff. He just threw it out there to the news people, and they grabbed that stuff in the air and they start running with it. His people grabbed it, start running with it. You don't give a shit about that damn thing, Tim. I'm telling you, he don't care about Alcatraz and what's going on. He just let him run with it. Watch what the heck he is doing. He's a grifter. And we have to remember that he's a grifter. He's coming in to steal from you. Just like in the old days, they got that big old wagon, they ride into these little towns and stuff and everything, and he's got his steak oil and everything. But the only thing he's concerned with is taking money from them. So as soon as he gets enough money out of the town, he's gonna get back on his horse and ride away and leave them people over there, drug addicts, because most of that crap he done sold them and everything is addictive. And they dope at it, but they want some more of it, and he just ride off into the sunset and leave them just the way broke and nothing to look forward to. Take everything they got. He's getting ready to take this country for everything we got. And if people out there don't realize what the heck he is doing and stay on top of it, he is going to do what he is planning on doing. Break this country.
I
He
agree.
doesn't he doesn't care about the Constitution. He wants to break this country. Take him for everything they got. And they got a lot of money. And he's got his billionaire friends out there he's trying to appease. Anytime they get run up there and do something he don't like, he gonna call them up and say, hey man, I did you a favor. You need to do me a favor here. We trying to get you a tax break here. Stop this mess and everything and give me some time to do what I got to do. And these billionaires are sitting down there and they feeding off of his trough. He got them in his hands. And they doing exactly what he wants them to do. But there are a few of them, Ted, who are not. Mr. Boeing decided, I'm getting the hell out of this damn country. 5 major Boeing plants are leaving. He's shutting them down.
Really?
You ain't heard about that?
No, I ain't heard about that.
Boeing is leaving. They shutting down their big plant up there in Seattle. They got another one up there in someplace, another big town there in Washington. They got a plant down in South Carolina, and they got another one someplace else. I forgot, Texas or someplace. They shut them down and leaving the country.
Where they going, Ed?
They're going overseas. They going to the Far East. Let their plant get over there, and them people are waiting on them. They begging for them to come so they can produce their planes over there, and they ain't got to worry about his tariff bullshit. They leaving. Almost 60,000 jobs getting ready to leave. Those people over there in the Boeing plant has already been notified. They're shutting them down.
Their little unions is gone.
They're gone. They said we shutting these plants down. And
Well,
somebody, I
he
believe
tired of them. He
some of
tired
the
of those people
employees,
sabotaging his airplanes. They sabotaging.
that's what I'm saying. And they taking their planes over there to these foreign countries, the manufacturing. And these people over there in these other foreign countries saying, come on, please come. We want your planes over here, especially China. They want their planes, but they ain't gonna pay that daggone tariff that Trump trying to get them to pay and all that stuff. So they saying, damn this shit, we're gonna leave here and we're gonna go over there to these other countries and stuff and everything because they're gonna give us what the hell we want, and we're gonna be able to keep on making money as Boeing. And guess what? They got a lot of military technology that they're taking with them.
Yep. Well, they just looked at the bottom line. You know, they only get, I don't think they get no more than $20-30 billion in government contracts anyway.
And that's it. That's because every major country outside of here canceled a contract with them.
Yeah.
Canada canceled a contract with them. Europe, them countries, a couple of countries in Europe canceled a contract with them. China sent them, they sent them 2 planes and they flew them right back and didn't say shit. Parked their motherfucking shit on the goddamn tarmac, got into their planes and left and went back to China. Didn't say a damn thing to them and told them, please don't send no more over here. Never said a word that they were bringing them back. Brought their shit back and parked it. We don't want this stuff. This came from United States, Trump's crap. We don't want it. And John Deere told that motherfucker to kiss his ass.
What?
They shutting they shit down. They moving they shit overseas. All their plants, they shutting them down. They told them people over them towns over there where they at, we're leaving. Them farmers is pissed because they done bought all their stuff. They're talking about saying, well, we're going to get international harvest stuff and get their stuff. Guess what IH getting ready to do? They probably getting ready to leave too.
DTAT, Derek Turner, or 3 others.
So
that right there, now that has not came across my feed whatsoever.
it's on there, buddy. It's out there. I'm telling you, it's out there. I'm looking at it every day. They're telling us this shit's getting ready to happen. They shutting them down. UPS, they laid off. They told their people they're laying off 20 to 25,000 people. United Parcel Service, and they closing some of their facilities down. They said the handwriting's on the wall. They ain't got anything to ship. The fucking dock is empty. All the goddamn the containers and shit is sitting over there in Shanghai. They're holding them up over there. There ain't shit coming into the United States. And they sitting there playing games and they laughing about it.
Well, I just saw a couple of videos on Las Vegas, and ain't nobody there.
Nobody there. My wife just told me that she got a message from MGM Resort one of the companies that she deal with, they done call their customers up and said they laying off 50-some thousand people in their organization, MGM, and they upping all their prices and stuff on their resort. So anybody who comes there, they can look for a price increase. Ain't nobody getting there. Nobody going there. Canada,
Tourism is gone in
and
America. That's the one thing that we had going.
it's not only Canada, it's some of the other countries too. They're telling the United States, fuck y'all. You want to start a trade war? Go ahead. He said, make America great. That's what he's getting ready to do. We're going to be isolated. And just a few people ain't looking at this stuff. These congressmen sitting out there and they hoping and praying that they can turn this shit around. If some of these people would come back, they know what the heck going on. They don't give a shit. We in trouble, brother. We sitting up in here in trouble, watching this man destroy his country and ain't saying a word. But the good thing about it, Ted, is that if the shit turns around, we still got a few things that these folks need. And that's this country. We have a huge market here that they want to get involved in. But unless this man up there in that White House and stuff changes the way he's doing shit and everything and get his shit straightened out, it ain't going to happen. I was surprised that Boeing left. I figured, hell, Boeing going to stay there. Yep, they got a contract with the government, but that's peanuts compared to what these other folks in council.
Yeah.
Canada canceled a $32 million contract for them. We don't need your plane. They had $100 and some billion in stuff with China. We don't want your planes. And a couple other countries over there in Europe, they had some big contracts with them. We don't want your planes. And they better be careful because General Motors and Ford is laying off their people. The other car company said if the shit don't turn around in a couple more months, they're going to go bankrupt. And this fool sitting up in that White House acting like he the king.
Well, I listen to Fox Business News, and they got all kind of positive things they're saying, and knowing that they line out their teeth.
Yep.
But I'm trying to figure out this though. Why is Bill Ackman? He bought $900 million worth of shares of the Howard Hughes Holdings. And one of the reasons why, and this is just my speculation, that he owns real estate all over the place. And what he wants to do is build upscale communities. Now, there's a reason why that is, and I believe what it is for these higher end people where they'll have security, all of that, and it'll be exclusive just for the multi-millionaire people and the billionaires. $50 million homes, $100 million homes, that kind of thing. But it's weird. It's crazy. I mean, what are they trying? The thing is, what are they? They're building a new America.
Yep.
And they think it's going to work.
And they are investing money in it, and whether it works out or whether it doesn't, they don't care. They got enough money that they can just blow whatever they want to blow away. They got enough money where they don't care. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, they still gonna make money.
Yep.
They still gonna make money.
But here's the thing though, Ed. I'm looking, I don't see no black folks talking.
They don't know what to do. We don't know what to do, Ted. We have been smothered out of this whole thing here. We have been smothered out.
I don't see no black folks talking.
We've been smothered out. We
They're
can't.
saying the same things we're saying. Everything we see what's happening. And, you know, it's carnal knowledge, you know, it's all over the news. Everything is happening. And then we know that he's a grifter and he's stealing money. So all of those things, 80% of the people in this country already know. So the question is what? I mean, you got people protesting at hundreds of thousands of people showing up protesting. But what good is that when he got
Yeah,
all the power?
there's not enough of them. There's not enough of them. When you get to the point where there is tens of millions of people out there in the street, that's when they're going to start seeing stuff. But when you're only seeing a couple of 100,000 folks and stuff out there, it's not enough. You need to see tens of millions of people out there protesting. Until that happens, there's nothing gonna be done, because they're gonna look at it as like a skirmish. It's not nothing. It's just a skirmish. It'll go away. The people are gonna go away. Eventually, they're gonna go away, and that's what they're hoping. That's why if you look back at all this stuff, there are white folks out there doing it. Most of them white folks ain't black people out there, and that's why they ain't brought no police out there to stop them, to kill them, and or fight them and beat them up, because they're white people out there. Now, the black folks out there, they be slaughtering them people. They be out there with National Guard, everything out there. But there's white folks out there. You can't do that.
So stay
Can't
home,
do,
black folks.
you can't do white folks like that. Can't do white folks, but they can do black people like that, because they can easily call them niggers or MS-13s, gangsters, criminals. You can easily say they're criminals. Can't say that about them white folks. They need what you saw in Israel before October 3rd, 2023. Their streets were full of millions of people protesting against Benny Netanyahu. And when Hamas came over there and bombed them, they messed up bad, because he took the owners and used them as his political fight and stuff that got the people in Israel off of him. And ever since he did that, every time that things don't get right, he goes there and bomb them people. We're going to eliminate them. When Hamas is almost already done, what did he do? He started going over there and bombing Yemen and threatening to bomb Iran. Keep them folks away from finding out that he's screwing up over in Israel. So he's creating wars. People couldn't protest. Same thing going on here. This man is throwing up all this bull crap. As long as he got them throwing, and he can threaten those Republicans who don't stand in line. You don't stand in line, you're going to get threatened. I'm going to get you. Just like he threatening them law firms, huge law firms. We're going to get you. And he's stupid enough to sign an executive order, and they didn't say nothing about it. We're going to, I'm putting the federal government on you. And they capitulated. They came to his daggone White House and said, "What you want?" And he got $1 billion worth of free lawyer work out of them. And them stupid son of a guns thought that because they signed that stuff with him, he wasn't going to fuck with them no more. But they had one or two lawyers and stuff and said, we ain't putting up with this mess. The guy's name is Mark Elias. Go look him up when you get a chance. M-A-R-C, Elias, E-L-I-A-S. He used to be Clinton's campaign attorney. He sued him, and he just won the federal case. And Trump can't bother him at all. But the rest of those firms and stuff and everything now, they sitting back there, and the federal judge in his order said something about those attorney firms that capitulated to him. If they come before my court, any of them, I want to know, are they fighting for their client? Or are you going to turn this stuff over to the federal government? Because you have already shown me that you are not going to fight. But if you don't fight for yourself, what makes me think you're going to fight for your clients? He put that in his ruling.
Mm.
They're in trouble. Anyone that fights them, he don't bother them no more. You remember that conference they had with all those governors and stuff that was sitting up there in the White House? And he called that little old lady out from Maine and told her that she better do what he told her to do. And she stood up and said, I'm taking your butt to court. And all the rest of them sat around there and they just cowed down to him. Guess what? She won her case in federal court. They had to give her that money that they were holding back from her. They gave her the money.
What kind of Congress people do we have? You know, I'm talking about on the Republican side that won't obey the Constitution.
And they defending him.
Yeah.
They going out on the chicken circuit and they defending him. Oh, he didn't mean that. I'm pretty sure that girlfriend Letitia gonna win this daggone case against their asses. They said that her case that they filed, all of them, is almost 900 pages long. It is a huge complaint, and she has pages and pages and pages and stuff of facts and stuff that has happened to all these people out there that their rulings and their thing and not giving these people their money is hurting. And the fact that the money has already been appropriated for them. She's going to win that case. It's going to take some time, but she's going to win that case. They're going to have to give them their money back. All of it.
I don't know what to say, man. You know, I'm going to be honest with you, because when you look at these business people and what you just said earlier, they don't care. They don't. So it's a secret. They got a little secret thing going on that we don't know about. And I'm still baffled at why would this guy invest $1 billion into the Howard Hughes Holdings, and he has all this land, and even convinced Howard Hughes Holdings to allow him to build communities on that land.
He's going to make money to you. No matter what happens, he is going to make money. You don't
Well,
understand. These people got so much money, Ted, they don't know what to do with it. So whatever whim that they have, if you a billionaire, you're gonna make money. You're gonna make money. You become a billionaire, you are going to make money. Anybody who has ever passed that billionaire mark, the next year you see them, they've already accumulated another $1 billion. When Oprah made her first $1 billion, what, 7 or 8 years ago, 10 years ago, she's worth what, 6 billion now? When you pass that $1 billion mark, you are going to make money. You got enough money to make money. Yet money is going to make you money. Whatever he invested in, he could have invested in the desert, bought him 1,000 acres of desert land. He gonna make money off of it. Look at what Musk did. Elon, you just said it yesterday. He done went down to Texas. Guess what they getting ready to do? Texas is naming a city after a village after that SpaceX. They naming a town after that.
I just told you that yesterday, bro.
But I'm just saying, guess what? That's what happened. That man, he'd already left the government, and they done built a town for him.
Yeah,
Money go make you money.
yeah.
He gonna make some money. He don't give a crap. As long as he over $1 billion, he gonna make some money. He going to make money, no matter what he does. He got a huge, 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 huge place that he bought out someplace out from his Tesla plant over there in Nevada somewhere, and he'd have built a huge warehouse, huge warehouse. He ready to make money off it. They're selling stock in the company, in a building. All they showing is the building. They're selling stock, telling people to buy the stock. They got news to come on, ad to come on YouTube. Buy into Trump, buy into Elon's building over here. He's gonna make you some money. All you need is $500 to start out. Buy into this thing. They got a thing now that you can go in there and invest your money into. It's Elon Musk and stuff. How many people you think that already bought that stuff? How many people you think already bought it? Thousands, probably hundreds of thousands about it. He done made money. He probably done paid for the building already.
Well, according to this deal that he made, Ackman, I'm talking about, he's going to get almost $4 million a quarter, which is about $12 million a year off of that his investment. Plus, he's going to charge fees, and those fees are probably going to be anywhere between 2 and 5 million. So he'll get every year for his $900 million investment, he probably going to get about $30 to $40 million just doing nothing. Ain't going to use their land to build those communities. Oh well. All I can say is that what is the black community going to do?
Nothing. We have been thrown into the wilderness, Ted. He have put us into the wilderness. We ain't worth nothing to him. He's already shown us that. We ain't worth nothing to him. He done said, he done called all the DEI highs. We ain't worth nothing. You could have a master's degree and you ain't worth crap. SHIT.
Well,
you
you
know,
got planes. You got planes
and
falling out the sky.
and the folks and stuff down there who was in those concrete ghettos and them high rises and all that stuff, he just let them kill each other. He don't care. They let them kill each other. Let the police go there and kill them. We don't care no more. They had the Republicans had a black woman and her brother or somebody sitting before one of those oversight committees, and this Republican congressman was using that black bitch like a daggone well-tuned guitar. She was sitting there talking about her city of Chicago and her mayor ain't shit. And she loves Trump because Trump is saving them. If it wasn't for Trump, they're going to be all right. That Chicago is going to be a red city. They're going to turn Chicago into a Republican city. This black bitch sat down there in the Congress and said that, and this white man sat up there and used that whore like a well-tuned guitar for everything he wanted to say or do. She sat down there and said, "Yes, you are right. And Trump is doing everything. We love him." Her and her brother was sitting up there. We got people in our neighborhood and they pissing everywhere. They shitting all over us. We don't like it, but Trump gonna save us. We love him. it was it was sickening to watch it. This white Republican from North Carolina had that brought that bitch from Chicago, and she sat up there and read a whole big line of stuff, and she acted like Trump was getting ready to save them. And if it ain't for Trump, they probably would be in worse shape than they are now. He was talking about the immigrants that the city of Chicago had paid almost $350 million for those immigrants that was in their city. So they were trying to talk against them because Chicago is gotten themselves to be a sanctuary city. So they're spending $350 million of Chicago citizens' tax money for those immigrants coming to their city. And they're going to stop that and everything because their tax money is going for these immigrants and they want this stuff to stop. And they praising Trump because he's trying to get them out of this country. She was sitting there talking. Guess who was sitting up there in the congressman's seat up there, way around it because the place was damn near empty, but he was using like a well-tuned guitar. Guess who was sitting up there listening to their black bitch saying all that stuff? Jasmine Crockett. When he finished using her, she turned around and said, "Well, yes, we are trying to get our immigration system and everything under control. I'm from Texas, and we have a big immigration problem and stuff in our state and everything, and we do spend a lot of our money and stuff for immigration. But I just wanted to let everyone know that most of those folks and stuff who are coming over here illegally, as you guys are saying, are leaving these countries and stuff because they are afraid of their country. They have been threatened. They have been bulled over. Everything has happened to them, and they are desperate to get out of a bad situation. But the good thing is that, and I'm looking at this from the Internal Revenue Service, we are receiving over $220 billion in taxes from these illegal immigrants. I'll let my time go. She turned her mic off. So that little 200 and something $1 million that they spending on them immigrants, they giving this country 220 as a conservative estimate. That's what they can find because they have no idea what other that there's probably a lot more money out there being thrown into our tax system and stuff because they here in this country. And what the city of Chicago is getting from them is probably unheard of because some of that 200 and some $1 billion and stuff is coming from their tax money and stuff that they spending in the city of Chicago. She ain't saying nothing to that black bitch at all. Ignored her. Go, Jasmine. Oh, I'm sorry, people. I should have said they call her a black bitch. My fault. That's my fault. I should have called her that. I'm sorry, lady. Whoever you are, I'm sorry. I don't know your name, but I'm sorry. I called you a black bitch.
Well, Ed, when you're uneducated, or I'll put it like this, unaware, and don't understand the dynamics of what's been going on, because those people didn't come to Chicago on their own. They was driven. They took buses, loads of buses to take them to New York and take them to Chicago.
Absolutely. And they're paying into their tax system. They are paying city tax. High, the taxes in Chicago are high, brother. Them city taxes in Chicago are high. The property tax in the city of Chicago is high. And they are paying into their system. They're bringing money to your city. They're sitting down there helping you to build your city. They have jobs that they have created and stuff there so you can get a service and stuff to fix your car or to go out there and everything. And they ain't sitting on them daggone streets because them Negroes who sit on them streets are the citizens who've been there all the damn time. And that lady know that. Before this immigration problem came, them niggas were shitting and pissing on those streets even then. Even before she came here, they've been shitting and pissing on them streets and doing all kind of things and living on the streets or whatever they wanted to do. Had drugs and stuff on the street. They done had gangs on the street before them immigrants showed up. They've been killing each other in Chicago on those streets before she was born. That's all I got to say. Anyway, Ted, anything else, brother? I forgot what I was going to say, man. Oh, yeah. I had to say something about the new Prime Minister of Canada coming down to the White House to try and negotiate a trade deal, get some tariffs and stuff going on. Brave young man coming down, but he was made a fool out of sitting there in front of them daggone people because Trump told him, well, we're going to make you all the 51st state. It's a beautiful thing. You know, take that line away. You all can be a 51st state. And he's sitting down there trying to smile and stuff. And he said, no, that's not going to happen. He said, well, you don't know what time might bring. That was the biggest mistake in the world he did coming down there. And I know when he gets on that plane and heads back to Canada, to Quebec, where he came from, he's going to have a chance to think about what the hell he just did.
I don't know what he was expecting.
I don't either. Because when he said he was going to come down there, I don't know what he was expecting. But that man embarrassed him. Sat down there and told him, yeah, you're going to be a 51st state. Oh, it'll look beautiful. He said, I'm a real estate man and I know how it will look. We can take that line away and that imaginary line away, and then you become a part of it and you can save money and you can do all this stuff. Same thing he said before when he came down there. Sat there and embarrassed that man. And he took it. Ain't no damn way I'd have sat there and took it. I'd have got up and walked out. I'm sorry, I have to go. And walk out the door. And when I got back to Canada, I did a news conference. He's not going to embarrass my country. You want to deal with us? You got to come here. I don't know what he expected. He expected him to stop. That man's a fool. He is a fool. But guess what? Ain't now what up? Ain't nobody else gonna show up. I guarantee you that. He the last one. Cause I know Sister Steinbaum, she ain't coming unless they already got an agreement set up with. But she getting everything she wants. That's the only time she gonna show up. Cause she didn't saw what she didn't did to him. He did the same goddamn thing. I'm excuse my French people that Pierre Trudeau did when he brought his ass down to Mar-a-Lago and tried to kiss his damn ring, and Trump made a damn fool out of him, called him a governor. He did the same thing he did. He come down there and let him treat him like a dog. He might well call him a governor too. Them Canadians just don't learn. That man's a fool, and you just showed yourself, and he made a damn fool out of you. I don't know what he's gonna say when he gets back to Canada, but he better come up with some strong ass shit because them people up there are gonna be on his ass. Trust me. If he ain't got a deal in his hand to make that shit look good, they're gonna be dogging him out. I'm pretty sure you're gonna come back and say, "But I tried."
I heard Trump say we don't need Canada.
Yep, he just told him that y'all need to be out for 51st state, and he said it in front of him. After the man said, "Oh no, it's not going to happen." Oh yes, he said, "I'm a real estate guy. Yeah, you all can be a 51st state," and he's sitting there laughing because he had all of his cabinet members sitting around there ready to jump on his ass, just like they did Zelensky when he came there. He's sitting in the same chair that he attacked Zelensky in, the same chair. And the vice president was sitting in the same spot where they attacked Zelensky at. He'd have gotten the same chair. I'm sorry, people. I don't know. I guess I'm just angry today and taking it out on all of our folks and everything. But if these folks can't see what they messing with, I don't know. They got to be the stupidest people in the world. They blind or don't know what the hell going on.
We are living in the age of
they see
grifting and stupidity.
they see what y'all did to his ass. Fuck you. He knows he ain't gonna sit down there and be humiliated in front of that man. And now they had two Canadian prime ministers to come down and be humiliated, castigated. He might well tooted his ass up there like one of them old dogs and stuff and get screwed in
Well,
that.
you do have millions, you have hundreds of thousands of Canadians that live in Vegas, live in Arizona, Florida.
They have left here. They ain't coming back. They selling their homes. They already said that they done ruined the real estate market in Arizona. It's ruined. The real estate agents, the real estate commission there in Arizona said the real estate market is ruined. So these Canadians can call up and told them to sell our house. We ain't coming back. They ruined the market. They got the streets of Las Vegas is empty. They ain't coming over there and bringing their money to them at all. They bypassing us, and the daggone planes is flying over us and going to Mexico. Dropping off that money down there. It done got so bad that they couldn't even get a plane to even come into this country from outside this country. It done got so bad that our passports don't mean crap no more. We can't even take our passports and go to Brazil to visit. We got to have a visa now to go down there. 4 years ago, they were welcoming Americans to come down there and bring themselves down there to their Mardi Gras and all that stuff. You can't even go to Brazil. You can't even go to Indonesia. You can't even go to Spain without getting a visa. And they don't care nothing about that passport no more.
Well, Americans, that's what they wanted.
That's what they wanted. We got what we wanted. And hey, I'm right there with it. Ain't nothing I can do. Anybody that go to Spain, anybody go to Brazil, they telling them right now, you can't come down here unless you got a visa. And when your visa's up, you better go back home. We don't want you. And we used to pass through immigration like that. They checking them like they was stole something. They already told Americans, hey, we don't like y'all no more. You got an idiot up there in the White House. We in trouble to you. We just don't know
Well,
it.
that's what I said. Didn't I say it the other day, last week? I said that until the world, now, what you just said earlier, until you have more than a few 100,000 people, you got to have millions.
You gotta have millions out there. Got to be millions out
And
there in the
these people
streets.
got to wake up and realize that, hey, this man is destroying this country. And you got these Republicans that don't give a shit, ain't even trying. And
Ain't
then you
trying.
got these Democrats, they too non-entrepreneurial, that won't deal with these business people. Tried to deal with the Democrats, and then they just overstepped. You know, you got this GSA and all that stuff. You know, they go too far. You know, you had the DEI, okay, that was good. But then you start getting this government social stuff going on, and they want billions of dollars for that. So it's just, I don't know, man. I think that we are broken. We're broken. They don't realize here we are almost $37 trillion in debt and going $2 trillion over our annual budget. And they talking about cutting Medicaid and Medicare and all that instead of cutting in the right places. I don't know. I don't see how these people live with themselves all these years, you know, and allowing this stuff to happen. President Obama tried to set it straight. What we're supposed to do as Americans, sane Americans, I'm talking about. What we're supposed to do, Ed?
Like I said, you need more people out there in them streets. Yeah, most of them are sitting around trying to keep from being thrown out the door on the street. You look around any major city that we have, you got people on the streets, man. They're homeless. They got tents out. You can every city in this country, even up there in the cold cities, up there in Chicago, we go along you reach the end of the Dan Ryan, man. About 2 miles before you enter into the downtown area of Chicago and stuff. If you look off on the right side, if you're heading north, there's tent city out there, homeless people sitting on the streets in tents. Just like I told you, I was riding a train and stuff and everything, and I guarantee you, Ted, it was at least 5 miles coming out of L.A. heading up north on the train. And you can look on the left-hand side we were going north, and on the left-hand side, which did the ocean and stuff, and at the ocean side, there wasn't nothing but homeless folks sitting
And
on the
it's
side
gonna
of the
get
truck.
worse, Ed, because AI gonna drive a whole lot of people out.
Yeah. I mean, they was thick, man. It was that train rode for at least 10 miles, man. All we saw was them homeless people sitting on the side of the tracks. Had tents, cardboard boxes just sitting on the side of the street. People living in their daggone cars and going to work because they can't afford a home. They got to get out, get up, go into the whatever that they can find to the gas station or whatever and wash up so they can go to work. They got a job, but they living in their car. The only thing they got there put a roof over their head.
You ain't got no good news today, bro.
Ain't no, and it's a sad thing, man. That they said 1 in 5 children out there don't know where they're gonna get their next meal from. You know they're gonna eat tomorrow, or today, if they're gonna even have a meal today. Final word, Ted.
Well, my final word is I'm gonna find out what these oligarchs are doing with their money. That's what I'm gonna do.
Well, my final word and stuff is that people, there's hope out there. I don't know what's going to happen, but there's hope out there and how it's going to turn out. But I do believe that we're going to get out of this mess here somehow. I don't know. Somebody's going to wake up and decide that we need to do something about it, and there's a problem. And the problem is sitting up there in that White House. You get him out of there, and we might be okay. That's where the problem is at. And somebody better stand up, and whatever it takes, stand up and fight. That's all I got to say, people. Hope we have a better day tomorrow. I'm going to pray for my brother, Carney, from the Prime Minister of Canada. I hope your people don't beat you up too bad, my friend. He's just a little bitty guy, man. I saw him sitting there in front of Trump. He just like, he didn't even fill out the chair. Like a little baby in the chair. All right, Mark. Get some balls, brother, and decide and tell your folks and everything. Try to deal with that knucklehead down here. We can forget it and keep on going like everybody else is. Avoid his ass and keep going. And hope that you can figure out a way how to help the people down here in this country and stuff because he ain't gonna help you. And believe me, Ted, somebody's gonna find a way how to get this done. Now, I'm gonna drop a piece of knowledge on you here. He's just one man. What happens if all those ships decide that they want to come into these ports and they pass through and don't pay not their tariff? What are you going to do to stop you?
Nothing. You can't do nothing.
Can't do shit. So that's why I say somebody better rise up and have some balls. And say, y'all bring y'all ships on over here. You can get through these ports and you ain't got to pay nothing. Who gonna stop us? Fill them ports up. Because he don't have the power even to enact the tariff. It is not in his
He
hand.
don't.
It's in the Congress is the one who passes tariff, not the executive branch of the government. Somebody needs to get some balls and say, hey, bring the ships on over here. We're going to let them through. And we're going to supply this country with whatever they got to be supplied with. And we're going to take our own economy up under our hands and avoid him because he can't stop you.
Now, he might use the military though, bro.
He can't. If they don't show up, what if the general said, we ain't showing up? We got a coup going on, huh? You think?
That's a good idea though, Ed.
You think? All right, people, you heard it from us. Bye bye.